How happy does that make you, Kyle?
It makes me very happy all the time. While I was uploading my even, what? When I was in here earlier, I was playing it just cause.
I mean, what? Oh, my wife is on a plane, catching up on latest Disney news while, I'm sorry, she's
Awaiting
at
a
an
point.
airport awaiting a plane. She is currently in Salt Lake City, which might be my favorite airport, at
It's a
least
pretty
for
good
short,
airport.
for
I
short
like the little
layovers.
hub that they have to go to like a bunch of the Delta Connection flights. And the reason for that is because they have it's Salt Lake City, so there's a bunch of return missionaries that are going to
Of course.
small towns in Idaho and things like that. So they have a lot of local flights, or not local,
That,
but lots of smaller
okay,
flights.
so I noticed on my last layover there, I'm like, what the? I've never even heard of this city where people are going to, but of course that makes total sense now. So they don't have like all the amenities. If I have to be laid over for like 3 hours, I don't know if that's where I want to be. But just for those like 1 hour layovers, I don't know. There's just a happy feeling there, and I love coming into that airport with the views and everything. So it's a very common intermediary for the places I go. So yay, Salt Lake City. Hey everybody, I'm Doobie from Laughing Place, and we're going to talk about what's going on in the world of Disney and airport layovers. Over there is the managing editor, Kyle Burbank. How you doing, Kyle?
I'm good, especially now that I heard that countdown song.
Wife reminding me to put a link to the Diddy creator, and I did, and that is now a part of the regular thingy here to give proper attribution. Let's see what's going on.
We're gonna
Let's
start
say
the show the
hello.
way we start every show. Oh, okay.
Oh no, I gotta say hello. Hey Nikki B. Everyone's having fun with our cover photo today, which is Pixar. Hey Geo. My Sunny Saga already talked about you. Yes, that is Kyle's Jam. And Salt Lake does have good eats. I go over, I got the CPK. I love CPK. Get myself some pizza over there. All right. Hey, why don't we get started like we do every show? Kyle, what do you think the current dollar sign Diz stock price is? Yesterday it was in the $92 range. Is it doing better?
I'm gonna say down. I have no idea why. I'm just saying down.
Yeah, it's pretty flat. Pretty flat. Waiting for something to happen. Things are kind of boring. 100 is a
Yeah,
distant memory. Let's go to
sure we
something
can
much
double
more
that
exciting.
somehow.
It used to be double that, right?
It was more than double that. Yeah, it was over 200 at one point. I'm pretty sure,
It is
or
more
close to
than
it. It was at least double.
50%. Disney's market value used to be more than double what it is right now. That is something. Was that pre COVID or after COVID?
That was after it was at the height of Disney Plus dumb.
Yeah. So can't even blame COVID. After COVID was over, Disney has dropped 50% off their high. And with no blame for COVID. That is amazing.
It's
Worthy of
the streaming economics changed drastically.
now I'm not even gonna go there. Right now, I feel I have to go there for people, lest people assume where I didn't go. I was just talking about the CEO. Okay, go on, Ethan.
Hi everyone, welcome to today's report. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I'm feeling a bit down today. It's just that, sigh. I feel so unsure as I take your hand and lead you to the dance floor. As the music dies, something in your eyes calls to mind a silver screen and all its sad goodbyes. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. Though it's easy to pretend, I know you're not a fool. I should have known better than to cheat a friend and waste the chance that I'd been given. So I'm never gonna dance again, the way I danced with you, oh. Let's get to the weather. Anaheim will be sunny and 74 today. Not much else to say about that. Walt Disney World will melt Mike with a high of 86 that feels like 92. Isolated thunderstorms could pop up in the early afternoon, but chance of rain falls in the evening. Speaking of thunderstorms, Castaway Cay will likely see rain until lunch, while another round will arrive this evening. In between, it will be 83 but feel like 92. Disneyland Paris is once again sunny and 80 degrees now. They'll also stay north of 70 for most of the evening. Tokyo is rainy right now and will continue to see showers and even thunderstorms through the early afternoon tomorrow. After that, it will be cloudy and muggy with an on-paper temp of 76 but real feel of 81. Shanghai will be partly cloudy and feel like 97 tomorrow. Hong Kong is likely to experience scattered thunderstorms tomorrow morning through lunchtime. It will be mostly cloudy after that with heat indices in the upper 90s. And just like that, wham, today's report comes to a close. I'll see you all again tomorrow. Bye for now.
Clever. Wham! Just like that.
It's confusing because that song, like on streaming, is just George Michael, but it was on a Wham album originally. That's not
Yeah,
right.
it's been that confusing for a long time too. I remember that even back in the '80s. But yeah, it was on Make It Big. But great album, one of the top 10 albums of all time. Wham! Make It Big, I think.
Wow.
Freedom. I mean, okay, fine. I have no respect for the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, or any of that. So how about Doobie's top 10 of all time?
There you go.
That was my first concert ever. Wham at Hollywood Park Racetrack with opening acts Katrina and the Waves and Shaka Khan.
Cool. Well, I was going to suggest Ethan sing Katrina and the Waves tomorrow, but now I don't know if.
And so Mike Celestino is in Florida
I
right
like
now.
this fact. You can deem it fun.
Oh, that is. First of all, why do I not know my own wife played the saxophone in high school?
Was it the alto saxophone, I assume?
I'm gonna start calling you Lisa Simpson now. And I didn't know she was a fan of that song. TIL. Ethan's into that. Oh. Hey, I dance with you. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Mike Celestino could use that weather report because he traveled from California to Florida.
It was
and
mentioned.
He's hot. Yes, he is hot. He's already complaining first thing out of the hotel this morning, and he's letting everyone in Slack know.
You know
that
what
we're done
might
for
make
the
him feel a
year.
little bit cooler? Cutting that
A
hair.
haircut. A haircut. I noticed in the picture that he said it wasn't as scraggly as it normally is. At least he's trying to help. Anyway, why is he there? He is there because they had an event this morning at Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar in Disney Springs to introduce some of the food and fun they're bringing there and elsewhere in the Disney Resort. Walt Disney World. We don't have the article quite up yet, but he was nice enough to tweet it all, so let's check it out. There is. Have you been to Jock Lindsay's?
I've been inside. I haven't had anything there.
Yeah, same here. So here's some of the yummy food that Mike's not eating over at Jock Lindsay's because he is very picky.
Yeah.
It looks
Flew
good
across the
though.
country to go to a food event.
Yeah, I want someone to Photoshop poofy hair Mike, make him look like not Krusty, Sideshow Bob.
Or Monica after she braids it because it's so.
They have merchandise they're showing too. This is some of the current merchandise over there at Disney's Walt Disney World for Indiana Jones. New movies coming out very soon. How excited are you, Kyle? Yeah, exactly. If it had been a 12-minute standing ovation, would you be more excited?
No, honestly, I'd probably still wait for Disney Plus. I can't,
Ouch.
I watched a lot of movies in theaters in my youth because I worked in a movie theater, so I was either seeing them for free or getting paid to watch them. So these days, where it's more of a chore to go to the theater and pay money, and especially at like Alamo, where I'll probably want to eat. And I have an 18% service charge to everything you buy at Alamo now. I'm like, why don't you just raise the prices? Why do I need to put on this? And they even have like an ad, like, oh, to support fair wages. I'm like, why don't you just pay? Why do I have to pay your people? That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, the moral of the story is I don't go to many movies in theaters now. I know you're. I think they just don't respond. I'm like, oh, he's trying to find the bumper.
Okay, Cole Horton was there, and he works Lucasfilm Consumer Products, and also a famed Star Wars author. Thank you, Twitter bio, for giving me all this information. Doing the presentation on all this. So they got to do some tasting as well. Again, Mike doesn't eat. That's why he keeps that figure. But hopefully we can learn about this food somehow. Also some drinking. Mike does drink. This we know. So they have 3 drinks there that Rebecca's interested in. The Antique Green Tea, non-alcoholic. Adventurous Margarita, the Weathered Fedora, and these 3 items are going to be at a new lounge that is temporarily coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios called the Den of Destiny, and that'll be there June 30th through August 15th. Do we know exactly where that's going to be, Kyle?
Somewhere on Echo Lake,
Okay.
probably near the Indiana Jones.
Probably. They have a couple of places there now so I presume one of those things is going to be turned into this, but I'm just presuming. I don't actually know. Oops, didn't mean to do that. What else do we got here? And the chicken on the egg served in a biplane. Interesting. I mean, it looks kind of yummy.
Interesting.
So, okay, chicken on an egg. It literally looks like a boiled egg with some chicken in it. Yes or no, Kyle?
Yeah, so I was confused because of something behind the scenes, but we're good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't like it.
of course. I don't know why you even bother asking. That's an assumption. So, how about stuffed figs? I'm sorry, stuffed dates and figs?
No,
No. Red liquid?
maybe. Depends on what the roll is.
Okay, at least you're not a flat no. And then, okay, let's check this out.
Ready? Ready?
Oh no.
Ready?
Ready.
Very good.
Wow, that smells amazing too. Oh, that's so cool.
I'm filming for my son.
I like how you can hear blogger audio in the background. That is the
Yes.
giant bacon for all mankind, inspired by the moon landing parade, as depicted in the trailers for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. That one look good to you, Kyle?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I would try that.
That's something. So, look for full coverage of all of this on Laughing Place later today. Thank you, Mike Celestino, for enduring the heat. Gio asks, is it replacing the meet and greet for the Jedi training by Indy over by the gift shop, perhaps? Yeah, these are all great questions. Hopefully Mike's getting that info. Okay, so that is the true breaking news. We have some other cool news this morning from one of Kyle's favorite places in the world.
Yeah.
It's taking too long to load.
Is it Disneyland Paris? Yeah. We knew that this was going to debut soon, but together, a Pixar musical adventure will be coming to Walt Disney Studios Park at Disneyland Paris on July 15th. So this is a new show. They put up a TikTok about it. It's all in French, so we don't need to bother watching that. But yeah, this was like fun. I'm a little sad they didn't put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. Because the teaser image showed monsters, and it looks like they're at the forefront there, according to this image. But it should be fun. It's I don't think I've ever seen a show that's taken place in that. This was the Animagique Theater. I think actually no, this might be in. I don't know where this is. Does it say which theater it's in? Now I forgot.
The Studio Theater. On
Okay,
the
so
Studio
that might be
Theater
the one
stage
that
every
was
day.
the other one. The one that's the.
One of the really cool
Cinemagic.
things about this to me is it's going to have a live orchestra.
That is cool.
That is cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
When they're not striking.
So, I mean, we've talked about that a little bit. We don't really understand, or at least I don't understand French politics and culture and stuff, but just the concept of going all the way to Disneyland Paris and waiting to watch a fireworks show and finding out it's canceled, not because of high winds, not because of inclement weather, not because of technical issues, but because the workers won't get off the street. But that's what's happening in Disneyland Paris over the past more than a few days. It's been 2-3 weeks now that it's been happening off and on over there. So anyway, but this show is going to feature several Pixar movies: Toy Story, Coco, Up, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo. Together, a Pixar musical adventure 5 times a day. It seems like a pretty decent scale show, not like a little tiny thing, but pretty big scale.
Yeah.
So this is very exciting. Very exciting. Even though Pixar, not my favorite, but you know, whenever they put their all into something, especially the live orchestra, this is pretty exciting. So, next up, Bob Iger has been getting around. We've done a lot of international park news this week. I'm happy to say that. Bob Iger has been getting around. He went to Hong Kong. Sent out
He
a
went
tweet
to
from
Hong
there.
Kong. Yeah, well, he went to somewhere else first, but we'll get there. We'll do this
That'll be
first.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, he went to Hong Kong, got to see the new castle. He says it looks fantastic, and he really enjoyed the nighttime show. And he does
This is
not have a
quali-
great camera.
I was gonna say, looking at the quality of this picture, I'm pretty sure Bob Iger stuck up his camera and sent out a tweet. That's really funny.
Yeah.
Maybe do you think he doesn't have the latest iPhone? It has a good camera.
You can't share high quality images unless your stock price is over $100.
But
Like,
I
you better
love-
be using that iPhone SE for now.
This is very funny. very
Doesn't
funny
look
that
gimbal
this
either.
really does look like, it's all crooked. This really does look like Bob Iger actually sent these tweets, which means he probably did. And then he also went to, prior to that, he went to Shanghai.
Yeah, so it's nearing the 7th anniversary of Shanghai Disneyland. I believe it's on the 16th is the anniversary date. I should know. I was there, but time. That's probably why it sticks in my head, because sometimes I was actually just asking Becca if there's a Marvel night for the Springfield Cardinals, and I was like, "Are we doing something June 16th? It sounds familiar. Are we able to go to this thing?" And it's probably because 7 years ago I went to this. But yeah, he got to go. He and tomorrow went to Shanghai to check up on the place.
When we do the Stan Disney History next Friday, we need to remember to bring out Kyle's pictures from Shanghai Disneyland. So for this picture, presumably, Bob Iger said, "Excuse me, can you take my picture?" and gave someone his phone and got his picture taken. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah, everyone looks very excited.
And then here's the Shanghai, the Enchanted Storybook Castle, as we learned on Disney Trivia Live very recently.
Also known as the Big Castle. It's
very
big.
large.
You can't
Do you like
see
it?
but it goes like really far back.
Do you like it?
It worked for that park. Yeah.
This is the first picture I've seen where I'm like, and it's probably the first like just normal guest picture. Bob Iger, normal guest. I'm not a huge fan of it. It doesn't look like a fairy tale type castle. It looks more like a building, almost like.
Well, it is. It's a more practical castle. I mean, the other
Yeah.
ones have attractions in them, but this, I didn't really go into it except for walking through it normally. But they do have some more stuff that, we were only there for a couple of days. We had to prioritize, so we didn't get to do that stuff.
Iger could move a little to the left to avoid the tree. Hey, this is just like a family picture. Excuse me, sir, can you take my picture? I love it. Bob Iger, a man of the people.
That is what we learned. Yeah.
All right, so let's get back to some more Indiana Jones merchandise. This is normally the purview of Barely Necessities, but today is Thursday. Their next show is not until Tuesday, so we're going to mention it today. And it's an article by Barely Necessity, Rebecca Burbank. And that is, that box lunch has the Indiana Jones collection. Have you looked through this stuff at all, Kyle?
I saw the lounge or the backpack. I don't know if it's a lounge spot at the top there, but I hadn't really gone much further.
Yeah, there's a better look at that.
Just in case you need a giant boulder attached to your back. Very
What about
practical.
this?
If you want to play skee ball and get an extra ball.
Do you think maybe you could squeeze Rigby into that onesie there?
It's possible if they have it in like 24 months. When she had her surgery, we had her in a baby onesie.
So cute.
So that she wouldn't like.
Pins there. Kyle, if people are interested in any of these items and they click, is there a reason they should click the link in the chat to purchase it?
Should always go through Laughing Place for your shopping needs. It doesn't cost you anything, but it could result in us getting a nice commission, and it'll be supporting the work we do here at Laughing Place, including the morning show. So thank you in advance.
Always getting that promo. And if you happen to be in Austin and visit your local box lunch, they have a special treat for you. Yes, they really do. They have a special in-store experience featuring Indiana Jones. Can you picture yourself here, Kyle? How exciting would that be?
That'd be pretty exciting.
So this is at the Barton Creek location only, and it is there until June 30th. And it's the opportunity to visit their Indiana Jones. Do they call these activations?
Yeah, I guess so. I think that's the stupidest word, but I don't know if this counts as a full. This is more like a photo, but they still probably call it an activation. I don't know what the scope of activation is.
So that's Barton Creek, Austin. Check it out. Personal note for Kyle. Check your email after this.
I checked it right now. We have some stuff that they announced today for more from Disneyland Paris.
Oh, so it's good that you check this now. Do we have breaking news?
So if you want to look at the merchandise, I have to find a way to get this to you, though.
Work on that. Are there any posters?
I don't think there are posters, but no, this is from their past annual showtime that they do. which is a pretty cool. It's actually like pretty high quality. Like it doubles as entertainment that they do for these pass holders. It's like a full produced entertainment show, but they announce a bunch of stuff. So.
I don't know if you want to just forward me the email if that's the easiest way.
Well, it's an iCloud thing. I'm guessing you don't have an Apple ID and stuff like that.
It's not public. Yeah, okay, fine. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. We'll see. Next up, we have something near and dear to Kyle's heart again. I say that all the time. Sometimes I'm right. And that is Hocus Pocus 3, which we talked about earlier in the week, has been greenlit. Has a director now, Ann Fletcher.
The same one who directed the last one. But yeah,
That's right. So,
yeah, she did a good job.
well, she did well enough to get him a Hocus Pocus 3, so it makes sense that she got the. What are her other?
And that's
credits, you
good
know?
because she was, she was recommended by Adam Shankman when he stepped away because he was doing Disenchanted at the same time. So it's cool that she got that gig in the first place and is now able to carry that on.
I'm trying to see what else. Oh, she's a choreographer.
Yes, that would be how she knows Adam Shankman. He's also a choreographer / director who I've worked with.
All right. Oh, Kyle has worked with. Kyle just name dropped in there. I forget
I mean, he
that you're
directed
in the
Glee a couple
industry.
times.
In the industry. Okay, so she directed 4 episodes of This Is Us, I'm now seeing, which is a show that I loved, one of my all-time favorite TV shows, and now I'm trying to see which episode she directed. Let me see, I see the names, but that's not enough for me. Oh, wow. Connection to me. All right, so that is Hocus Pocus 3. Ann Fletcher is going to be returning to direct that, which is under works, presumably for Disney+. Plus. We don't know 100%, but that's where Hocus Pocus 2 was. Let's see. I'm going to skip that story because it's not that much fun. But I am going to... there's a lawsuit. Okay, fine. I'm not going to skip it. Game company Upper Deck. You're familiar with Upper Deck. Everyone's familiar with Upper Deck.
Mm-hmm.
And games as well. And they are suing Ravenscroft, who created the game, what is it, Lorcana? Is that how you pronounce it? Lorcana?
Lorcana, I don't know. Either one.
Anyway, it's
I've
a
heard
new
both
game.
ways.
It got a lot of publicity when it was released not too long ago, and Upper Deck is claiming they stole it. And they said, this is
So it sounds like someone who works at Ravensburger worked for Upper Deck. So presumably they're suggesting that this person kind of took the idea with them.
Yeah. Upper Deck, surprisingly, is denying it. So.
Or
we'll
you mean Ravensburger?
I'm sorry, Ravensburger, yes. Yeah, if Upper Deck were, that makes no sense.
Benji was going to send me to, or presumably still is, if we get press credentials for where Lorcana is supposed to debut in Indianapolis at a convention in August. I wonder if that will still happen. I wonder if there'll be an injunction or something like that. But we'll have to see. There is a lot of hype surrounding this game. We've seen it from when we write about it, where I'm like, why does anyone care about this? And then it's like the biggest thing of the day.
There is a segment that cares. Well, I know, because you're a big fan of Magic the Gathering, right?
No.
Okay.
I'm familiar with the idea. I think I had some cards when I was a kid. I didn't actually know how to play the game. It was just one of the things like, that's what everybody else is doing. I'm going to get some Magic cards. But no, I never really...
Oh, we've lost Kyle. Kyle, come back. I can't do this without you. Unless it's me that's frozen. Are you back, Kyle? Yeah, you're back.
I think so.
Back. Okay. Yeah, answered yes to your question. You're finished talking about Magic the Gathering?
Yes.
Okay. I never played it. I don't get it. I don't even begin to understand that. Gio, I would bet money, no offense, that you've played Magic the Gathering. So explain to me, within the confines of the chat, what I'm missing out on. All right. Assad Ayaz, who is a chief brand officer for the Walt Disney Company, president of marketing for the studios and Disney Plus. So I feel comfortable using his picture here. Send out an awesome tweet. This is kind of a pocket pick, but not really. One of his favorite billboards for Elemental. Can you tell what that is?
Yeah, it's a big fire hydrant that is shooting water up at Wade, and then Ember is on their thing as well.
I love this. There it is. I've included. Oh, okay.
And this
we
one's
have
no one's
played it.
mistaking this for a real fire hydrant, unlike the fire alarm.
It was an extinguisher, wasn't it? That's terrifying.
Yes, it was extinguisher. You're right.
That's terrifying. Someone, Geo. Haven't touched Magic the Gathering since the 90s, but you have touched it, so I am accurate there. All right, do we have anything else on this? Not too much news. There's a foodie guide for so we're not going to do the foodie guide right now. We're going to save that probably for tomorrow. Usually we do
Well,
this with
can
my
I
wife.
can I tease it?
Yeah. So usually we have my wife join us for those, but she's not available. She's out of town. I don't know Mac's schedule tomorrow, but if we can get Mac, or maybe even Monday, if we can get Mac to do the foodie guide with us, that would be so perfect because he does actually eat stuff. That's his specialty. So,
Yes.
so which
The
foodie?
news is that they'll be celebrating halfway to holidays next week. Again, don't know why that's not just June 25th. I don't know if are we dumb? Is the math not right here? Wouldn't June 25th be halfway to holidays if it's December 25th? Like, isn't it just 6 months? Is that
Well, I mean, if it's December 25th, wouldn't it be? So is it halfway since last Christmas or halfway starting at the beginning of the year? Which is different. Not
it is
a lot
different,
different.
but that's dumber.
So you're saying it should be since last Christmas?
I gave you my heart. Yes.
Because to me, it's we're in a new year. And then the new year starts. And then, okay, now we're halfway to Christmas, which will be only like June 12th.
Okay, well, so I guess it is so it is halfway. So if we do start at the beginning of the year, you're halfway to the holiday, but that's still the 20. It should still be the 25th.
No. Halfway would only be the 12th.
I guess.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
like
sure. Okay. So what would you call halfway to Valentine's Day? If someone said, Kyle, what date is halfway to Valentine's Day? What would you say?
I don't know.
Say January 7th, wouldn't you?
I guess.
Okay. See, Nikki.
Yeah, I don't like the beginning of the year thing.
Okay, I do like the beginning of the year thing. To me, that's logical. Everything resets on January 1st, and then you start counting stuff. I'm okay with that. I don't tend to agree with Disney over you, Kyle, but in this case, I think I have to. Nikki B is halfway to her rage, which I'm not surprised to hear. Geo, time to break out the holiday shirts. They'll love me. And Rebecca, I'm sad. I presume you're talking about something in the foodie guide. I'm sad you won't be here for that. If you're watching, you can chime in with comments like this. I love the jingle bells. So we will do halfway to Halloween foodie guide.
She was talking about the bumper I made.
Either tomorrow or Monday. There were jingle bells in there? So let me tell you what I did was tune out as soon as you started playing it because, and did not realize that was a special holiday version of that.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to play it today. I'm like, I made it for it today.
People play me birthday. Do you have a problem? Hey, it's no, I'm not saying Rich. Do you have a problem? Rich, you're great. MEI Travel. Recommend them for all your Disney travel needs. People, like 30, 40-year-old people celebrating their birthday month. Does this bother you, Kyle?
Yes.
Yes, me too. I love birthdays. I'm a big fan of people celebrating their birthday. I'm a fan of pick a day once a year to celebrate you, that it's not shared with everyone around you like Christmas. That's fine. But the whole dang month at 37 years old, get over yourself.
Wow, I feel targeted because that's how old I am.
Are you really? Get over yourself. No offense to anyone that does it. With all due respect. When is your birthday, Gio? Subtle way to get that in there. Let us know when your birthday is. We'll make sure to do a special Gio birthday edition of Disney Trivia Live. All right, Kyle, are you ready? This Day in History, the segment of the show where we get educated on things that happen on this day in Disney history by getting Kyle to try to guess what they were. Are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
On this day, okay, we may be past that point, but most birthdays do come around again, Gio. So. On this day, in 1956, one of your favorite movies was released. I will read you the synopsis. Based on a true event from the American Civil War, the movie stars Fess Parker and other people. A spy who leads a band of Union soldiers into the South in an attempt to destroy the railway system. Intrepid Confederates, led by the train's conductor, commandeers rolling stock for the chase and perseveres long enough to recapture the train. Kyle, what favorite of yours is this from 1956?
Davy Crockett leads the Union.
That is not what this movie is. This is The Great Locomotive Chase. Have you even heard of it?
No.
Okay. That's why Kyle is on this show. On this day in 1960, a director was born, a Disney director. Has a partner that he pretty much always worked with. Their names really go hand in hand, and it's not Musker and Clements. How
Okay.
about that? Beauty and the Beast, Hunchback, Atlantis.
Really should know this.
Yeah, you should. His partner's named Kirk Wise.
Never heard that name.
Wow, you don't know who directed Beauty and the Beast? Gary Truesdale.
Okay.
The guy,
Yeah, I really should have known that.
The one on the
Tony's
right.
gonna disown me.
That's the one on right. All right. Didn't my dad make you watch Trainwreck when we were dating? It's one of my Disney favorites. I have not seen that movie. The Great Locomotive Chase. Is that the one you're referring to? No. I watched Boatniks. Boatniks is the one I knew I had to watch while we were dating. I've also seen The $1 Million Duck and some others with your family, but nothing involving a train. Boatniks? It's a movie. All right, finally, one more. On this day in 2001, a Disney Channel original movie debuted. Based on a Disney Channel series.
Okay. Based on Disney Channel. Oh, Even Stevens, the movie?
No.
No, that would have been too early for that. Okay, based on Disney Channel series.
Boom, 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 boom.
Are you singing the Foodie Guys song? I thought you were giving me a hint about the theme song.
No, I just got the food song in my head.
Thanks. Anything?
Anything. Unfortunately, the star of this movie is no longer with us.
Is that the famous Jet Jackson?
Jet Jackson, the movie, on this day in 2001.
That was a good hint, Doobie.
Yeah, Lee Thompson Young passed away in 2013. Okay. Check the Twitters. There must be something else going on.
You would hope.
This is a very short show. Let's see if anything else is happening.
Key ingredient is here. Something from Hulu, Secret Chef. I don't know if that's new.
Gio, you can tell us your actual birthday, Gio. Mid-September is nice, but give us a number. I mean, you don't have to, but you can.
Oh, you saw Little Mermaid, right?
Oh. I mean, the 1989 one.
Okay, well then, never mind.
What were you going to say?
Oh, well, they just, from what I hear, it's the highlight of the movie, but if you want to hear Scuttlebutt in 20 different languages, that's a thing you can now do.
That is, even by people that like the movie, that is the thing that has been picked on the most.
Yes.
Is that song. Which hurts me because it's kind of like Lin-Manuel being Lin-Manuel.
Yeah, partially.
Actually, the problem. Scuttlebutt in 20 different languages. I think we're clear today, so I'm not going to play it. Oh, no, let's play it.
Wake up, wake up!
What?
Hey, la rumeur est là.
T'es enrhumé?
Non, la rumeur, le buzz. Qui a dit quoi, qui a fait quoi, la rumeur est là. Estaba yo sobrevolando el mar con mucha atención. Ahora vengo para relataros qué me pasó. Potatis varia, hani orada şöyle şarkıyordum ve bak. Çiki bak, bak, çiki bak.
Amsterdam.
Birden aveç, ko beše on mas bluzica. princom kosati lik.
Jel princ?
Jeste princ, nabacio je da želi. Znaš kada ljudi liče skroz na pingvine? Sultanistas sin Captain of träder satt springet tungt es Legende via med pitstop och brinjot så kan träder I så over Sebastian eu sei que era Taboris al suo puto boia Cață chemată xenerode Cameristele de la palat Și arcașii ce e savunat Bârfesc în știre că prințul tău Eric va fi în curând însurat Maar niemand die weet wat of hoe Wat bracht hem er plotseling toe? Wie? Ben jij geniet? Ja, typen dat scheppen mijn pushen kashmir Oh jo, 70%, teď je to tak Ariel za chvíli oblíknem do bílý Princí dá prsten a k tomu ten, jak se to říká Když přilepíš šertýrky nemrtům Ale ja nemám pery, mám len zobák Takže ťa môžem len poďobať
Ja tomu neverím.
Hej, čo si tak ticho? Auen Jodi, schau da Glaubst du den ganzen Klatsch und Tratsch?
Zieh dich an, Kind.
不用感谢我穿八卦
在日落之前，我们有好多事做。
打八卦Hey,
Por favor, fala que vai ser hoje.
vai lá
Cause hoje, cause someone, cause all. そうはいつもこいつもそいつもどいつも知ってるさ。急げ急がない。とりあえず支度させないと。
Debe prepararse para la ocasión El primero pone en marcha la lista estará para la ruta Que todo el mundo no nos pite Grande, grande
There is no way the English version of that song is better than what we just heard.
Nope.
That was amazing. Wow. And Brian Toll loves the song, so I have a feeling I'm going to like the song too. I'm trying to wait until I see the movie instead of just listening to it. But I've heard pieces of it. Now I've seen it in a million and 20 different languages, and that was amazing. I am so happy right now after hearing that.
I might have to put that into do if it's not already there.
Geo, King Nerd, says, how about adding Klingon and Pig Latin? Wow, Geo. You out-nerd yourself every day. Every day. All right. Anything else we got, Kyle?
Let me check my email, but I don't think so.
Should check that too. Nothing in email. Guys are
Except
now
for that
watching.
thing that is from Ethan that I can't really get to you.
Guys are now watching the newsroom portion of our show. Okay, I think that's gonna do it. Scuttlebutt. Yes, that's what it's called. Very clever name, by the way, for the song, though. I love that. All right, we'll be back tomorrow at 9 o'clock to show you
Talk about food.
Talk about food and show you what Kyle is not able to show us right now. And no other shows today, I don't believe.
No, I checked the schedule. Otherwise, Ethan would have plugged them. And yeah.
So tomorrow, 9 a.m.
We're not going to make Mike do a walk and talk in Florida. That sounds like fun.
Oh, that does sound like fun. If the tree, make him climb the tree house. He's hot. Mike's hot right now. Very warm. All right, we'll be back. Thanks, guys, for joining us.